I'm out to accomplish a lot of things, and I want to have a voice in hip-hop. I want to have a voice. I want to be able to speak and people listen. So when I get to that certain level where I'm going to be able to speak and people are going to listen, then I'm going to tell my side of the story.
I wanted to make it, and I was going to make it regardless of what anybody said. Well, I came up through the hip-hop scene, the local hip-hop scene in Detroit. You know, everything back then was just about battling. I mean, if you wanted to make a name for yourself, the battle scene was also, it was so huge. I mean, there was battles every couple months where, you know, anybody who was anybody was trying to make a name for themselves would come out. I would have written lines, I would have punchlines, you know, that I'd be prepared to say at any time, and I would kind of figure out, kind of on the spot, like what punchlines I would pick and choose for this person that was in my face, but also be able to mix freestyle in with it. That would be the basic formula I would follow, is have my punchlines ready to go, you know, but also be able to say something spontaneous too. The first time I grabbed the mic, like in front of actual people that mattered, you know what I'm saying? Like at a club, I got booed. I remember that. It was very traumatic for me. And I think I had, at that point, like the 8 Mile thing was kind of, that's what I was taken from or whatever. So I just remember that being so fucking traumatic. And I think I went home like, man, I quit.
Right.
And then, you know, maybe a couple days later, week later, hour later, whatever it was, I don't know. I got the urge to like, nah, man, I gotta get up. Gotta do it again. I think one of my greatest inspirations or things that I would feed off of basically was just obviously people not believing in the, you know, the cloud of doubt that kind of I felt hung over my head and wanted to just prove everybody wrong. I feel like anybody can do anything they set their mind to. It depends on how bad you want it, and I wanted to do it. You know, at this stage of my life, I don't feel like there's too much that I can't do. I don't mean to sound cocky or nothing, but if I like really, really want to do it, I don't give up that easy. If your heart is in it and you just keep persevering, you know, you're gonna break through. I mean, don't be afraid to try whatever, even if the idea in the beginning is stupid. Yeah. You really gotta live it. My mind, 24/7, aside from family stuff, obviously, is constantly thinking of ways to bend words, or, you know, like if I don't got paper, I'll write it on my hand. I wanna be able to have all these words at my disposal, in my vocabulary, at all times, whenever I need to pull them out. You know, somewhere they'll be stored. Finally found something that, yeah, this kid over here, you know, he may have more chicks, like he may have better clothes or whatever, but he can't do this like me. You know what I mean? He can't write what I'm writing right now. I was reserved and I was shy and had it in me, but wasn't quite sure how to bring it out yet. I wanted people to hear me so bad and I wanted to do my shit, but it was like, you know, them jitters and them, I'm scared, I'm not scared. That whole struggle and everything, especially early on for me, which I love being on stage and stuff like that. Once I got a mic. What I love about rap is that it feels like it's puzzles to me. Like words are like puzzles, and trying to figure out a puzzle and trying to figure out what word can go here and how many words can I make. Like if I can take a rhyme, like I'm real into the craft, like just of the, you know, MCing, and I feel like I always think, like, how can I figure this puzzle? You know, there was a point in time where I didn't know if I had it at all anymore. I had a pretty bad case of writer's block, and I would try to put my thoughts down on paper, and it just wasn't the same. You know, nothing I did was felt like, you know, the earlier magic that I used to have. You know what I mean? It just felt like it was kind of gone. I love music so much, man. This is my passion. Rap is just, you know, it's everything to me. I feel like, you know, I really believe in freedom of speech. I can't even stress that enough. I feel like, especially artistic expression, you know, I believe an artist should be an artist and be able to say whatever he wants to say, whether you think it's good or bad, you know. I'm certainly blessed to be in the position that I'm in, but, you know, and to have a career as long as I've had. But there's something about those days that was special, you know. It was that time period, just being young and just not knowing what exactly was gonna happen, and kind of the thrill of the chase. It almost made it fun, you know.